Hey authors, how's the book coming along? Are you struggling with your writing? If so, I'm here to help you reach your storytelling goals with guidance on effective techniques to help your story matter. I'm your host Sudhir and this is 300 pages. Let's get started. When it comes to writing long form content like a book, you can always start with something cheap or free. A lot of first time authors use Microsoft Word or Google Docs because it just makes sense. They're great options to start with. But quickly you'll realize once you're doing something that's 85,000 words long and 300 pages long, you see a lot of shortcomings. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite programs that I use to write my novels. Think of it this way. If you're a photographer, you're not going to do your client work on a smartphone and you're not going to just share the images that come straight out of the camera. You're going to do some work on it. Again, like photographers do, a lot of times beginners start with something free. Very often you'll realize if you're earning money from it, you need to do something more. So people will choose something like Lightroom or Photoshop. So authors usually get started with Microsoft Word or Google Docs, like I did. I started with Google Docs. But when it comes to a really long piece of document, like I mentioned before in the video, you're gonna have struggles like this. Whoa, that's a lot of pages. I really have no idea where I am. And editing this thing, yeah, good luck. Personally, I find editing the final piece of document a big chore, and if my document were doing this, if my laptop were doing this, it's not helping me. So I'd rather choose something which helps me get on with my writing and does all of the back-end stuff on its own. So I came across Scrivener as an option. It's a one-time paid license and it's available for Windows, Mac OS, iPad OS and iOS. And I'll come to those things in a bit. Also, I'm going to be doing a deep dive on Scrivener and all of the features that I mentioned here will be in a future long-form video. So stay tuned for that. So these are the top 3 features that I really like about Scrivener. So the number 1 feature that I really like are these folders. Look at all of those folders. This is a unpublished piece of writing. It's my next book. And I can just write anything I want. And let's say that in chapter 1 I have something here. Alright. But then now all of a sudden I realize that this is not where it should be. It's supposed to be in chapter 2. That's not a problem. I don't need to press Ctrl X, Command X. I don't need to cut paste anything. I can just drag and drop it into chapter 2. So now I got 2 folders. These are text files, by the way. These 2 text files are in chapter 2. So that's how I can keep myself really organized, and well, it just makes writing really easy, especially when it comes to the time of publishing. So the next feature that I really like about Scrivener is the ability to sync to multiple devices through Dropbox. This way I can just start writing at home, let's say on this laptop, and then when I'm outside I carry my iPad very often, and there I can use my iPad to write, and everything that I have been using is just readily available. So all I gotta do is open, and it opens up in Dropbox folder as you can see here, and I just open. So this is my first novel. I click open. It automatically opens up just the way I left it a few months ago when I published. So just like that, my first book is out here. It's open. I can just continue editing wherever I want. And let's say I decide to go out for a coffee and I need to edit this. So all I do is sync with mobile devices. And that's all. That's all I need to do. The third feature that I really like is the ability to use templates. Now let me click new project here. And I got all of these templates. I can just open up a blank document like that. Let's just name this test. And just like that, I've got a blank document open to use whenever I want to write whatever I want to. So it has research and all that. Now this is very plain and simple. But what if I need to write a screenplay? Look at this. You have a BBC radio scene style. You've got a screenplay. You've got a stage play for the UK and the US. I have no idea how they're different, but hey, if you know how they're different, you can just start writing. Or what if I need to write a poem? You can even write a poem or something else. And it just starts formatting everything the way you're writing. So for me, obviously, it's going to be a novel. And let me write test 2. And just like that, I've got a new file open for the novel. And here are the chapters. I can create folders for chapters or parts of a book. Then I can create individual documents in this chapter with scenes, is what they call it. And if I need an overview, and the best part is you can even create multiple scenes. So you have, this is called a corkboard view, and you can write short synopses here. All right, and this is just a synopsis. This is just a label. This is like writing a preface to the document. So when I click it, this is scene. So when I go inside, it's blank. I can just keep writing it. So when I'm editing, I don't need to keep scouring for a particular place or a particular piece of writing that I need to edit. Look at that. I've just started writing all of the synopsis in this. So there are a lot of such tools that Scrivener offers which make writing really easy and makes organization also very easily. This is not something you will experience on day one. You will not appreciate this on day one when you're just starting out writing. But you're going to experience and appreciate this in the final day when you're exporting to an agent or just exporting it to a format compatible with KDP. This just helps you do that. It helps you focus on your writing and nothing else. So those are the top 3 features of Scrivener that have helped me immensely write and edit my first novel. And I believe that if you use that tool, you can really focus on your writing and improve your writing by letting technology do its thing. That's it for this video, and I'll see you guys very soon.